help get it off the ground before we have the funds to go further.
I see no problem funding that, I really don't. I mean, we have that, and when you say $1,200 or
Yeah, $1,250.
$1,250, I mean, that's fine, I'm all for that, I'm ready to go with that, I mean, and we'll work that out. Yeah, Mr. Guzarella?
We have a lot of studies over the past years. I'd like to see some results. I'd like to see some brick and mortar that's going up in the downtown area. To get people from outside to cause our problem. Everyone here knows what the problem is. It's the idea of getting businesses to come into town instead of leaving town.
Well, I think $1,250 is kind of cheap,
Well, I think it's
especially
cheap.
if the downtown business is going to pitch in. And we'll go halves with them, and I agree with that.
Have a follow-up afterwards and see
And
what the
then
results
we'll
are.
follow up, I agree with you 100%.
Get the follow-up.
That's pretty cheap, according to some of the other studies we've been involved in, since I've been on this council, so. I say let's go with what Kimberly wants there.
I agree.
And I want to go, because I want Dave to digest what we're talking about here moving forward, and I want maybe Jerry and Judy to come up with some kind of, think outside the box maybe, and what you think we can, some kind of money that we can come up with. I'm all for giving you the money, but Dave's, I know you're sure we
I want results.
You two are so patient, and they're saints over there, they're just sitting there.
Can I make one last point?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Go ahead, Scott.
Here's why this is important, because we're like in a spiral down, and the city's still stuck spiraling down, no matter, well, they may be smoothing it out a bit, but I've been here 21 years now. And it might be a little bit better, but we do need to grow if we're gonna have more money for us to spend, because that's how we're gonna get money for roads and for cutting the grass, which we can't do, because we need more fun. So promotion brings positive attention as opposed to all the negative junk we all have to deal with every time you see a post from WTOD9. Sorry if you're here. But you get tired of reading them after a while. So you need to push the good things, and that's why I brought it up, because we need to create an upward momentum, and we haven't got there. I do realize we have funding issues. I'm more than well aware of what the budget looks like. But the hotel tax was specifically designed for promotion, at least half of it, and that's why I brought it up.
And I agree with you.
Yeah.
That's why I said, can we go
Let's look
maybe
at
a little
it.
less than
I
what?
just want everybody out here to know why. So that's why
I agree with you 100%. I do, I agree.
To make sure they know that's why we're looking at doing it, to help bring more interest to the city so we can actually grow instead of shrink.
Yes, sir.
I just think, we're talking about the Nutcracker Village and putting a spotlight there, but, it's kind of leaving some of the issues up on the hilltop that, people drive through the city and you can see like couches sitting out behind people's alleys with garbage piled up. I'd rather get that, if we're gonna do that, I'd rather that be taken care of first, so.
And see, that's why I don't understand sometimes. We have all that money in the sanitation fund. Isn't there some way we can hit that sanitation fund to start cleaning some of this area up? And I know the one gentleman I saw walking tonight, he lives up on Ridge Avenue. He's here somewhere. Oh, he's in the back, yes. And I think he's got a list of it. But he always comes in and he's a very nice gentleman. He talks about couches here and they clean up one time. They clean up like on a Tuesday, and then on Thursday there's junk again. And I mean, we have all that money in that sanitation fund. Isn't there some way we can think outside the box?
Somebody consider doing it like Mingo does, and just pick it up every week with the trash like they do. And they do a great job of it. I have property down there, and they pick it up every week. Now, if it's too much, they actually come back after the run.
Yes.
Short answers, yes.
Okay.
But it's hard. I mean, it's just, and we do have the money, but we just don't do it today.
That's fine on that end, but there's another part that goes with that. Every one of these people that go out there and throw this garbage out there
I agree.
is violating the law, so it's going to go part and parcel.
I agree.
I was out this Saturday again and saw exactly what these people did. They go to a vacant house and dump everything over there. And it was witnessed from a lady that came forward and watched it all go on. But you are absolutely correct. There are things we can do. And we do have money in the sanitation fund. And we can run overtime there and trucks and everything there. But the backside of it, that's not what we should be doing.
I think we're talking about during the year when someone buys new furniture and they put the old one out, it just sits there. Because in this city, there's a rule against picking up furniture. Sorry, it is, there is. so they don't pick it up and it sits there forever. That's the
But
problem.
here's what some cities do, Mr. Dressel. You can call down to the city,
Right?
make arrangements and have it picked up, and you pay a fee
Yeah,
for
they
it.
don't do that here.
Well, we're just getting started on all this.
Well, that is
But
right.
other cities do this.
Yeah, right.
So we can do the same thing. They come down, they go to the water department, buy their, this is what we need hauled out.
Right.
This is the approximate weight we're gonna have. The truck's gonna know what they pick up, and they have a stamp, they paid their money, and it's picked up.
That'd be a great idea.
So, again, these are all things that are being looked at here that have never been touched before. So, but the other flip side of that is, all these citizens have to take a step forward too, and quit acting like animals out there and like citizens. And everybody, when I ran into two citizens the other day about a park, and they were out there doing their due diligence, chasing these kids away, and also calling the police. So it's everybody working together. When that starts, then you're gonna see the changes along this city.
Yeah, we don't have that today.
No, and I agree. I'm in your corner on that.
There are some though, I mean,
There are,
they're taking, we had some problems with the lawns being really high right now, and there's some citizens that took it into their own hands, vacant buildings, and, you know, I appreciate that very much, it's just, there are some.
I mean, we've said, in previous years, we've said, cite these people that throw this garbage out. You got a couch in your front yard, it's not a big pickup, cite it. Part of the problem is we have a manpower problem. We gotta get more people in certain departments.
oh, I agree.
Because it's hard to go out and cite everybody if we don't have enough people to do it. It's hard to pick up all the trash and cut all the grass if we don't have the people to do it.
I agree.
But it has to be, we shouldn't just say, act how you want people, and the city will come clean the town up. We should say, we'll clean the town up, but we're gonna hit you in the pocketbook.
There's a price for it. You're absolutely correct.
Take a little personal responsibility.
Okay. Anything, I'm gonna let you go. Right. Anything else? I was gonna let you conclude. I'm gonna let you. Yes, sir. You know I'll always let you speak, brother.
But yeah, I want to add one thing to what Eric said, because it's true. I truly believe there's more good people than bad people here, because if I didn't believe that, I wouldn't be sitting there. Right? 'Cause then it would be a no-win situation. But the number of volunteers that I've seen, I got a call just as I was coming down to the station, the courthouse or whatever you call it, place council chamber. I called it 3 different things. I worked 3 different places. But he said, Mr. Villamagna, can I help? I like to volunteer to cut 524 Highland Avenue. Kid lives out in Buena Vista. He's gonna bring a couple guys down tomorrow to hit it. So there are people that are concerned. The problem that I have is with the vacant houses, like you said. I don't own one, but let's say I do. I own one. So he's my friend. Hey, Willie, come over and dump that stuff over there. I don't care. I ain't got nothing to do with it. That's why I think I'd like to see us charge the people who own these vacant houses. And that would get it stopped. Because, you know, I hear the same story. Well, I don't live there and I don't know who's doing it. And then we feel sorry because somebody else has dumped it.
And then there's somebody that knows somebody. And
I got no sympathy for none of this. I really don't. I mean, I got sympathy for a lot of things, but for being a pig and disrupting, he's a perfect example back there. He takes care of his property. He picks up the garbage in the whole neighborhood, and thank God he does it, because I'm surprised he hasn't been frustrated and quit, but that's it, that's my perspective.
Okay, anyone else? Okay, Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Paul, and it is getting into 7:32, so I, listening to the discussions, and I want everybody to understand the creation of the hotel motel tax was when there was 9 members of city council, and we had a lot of discussion, and we truly felt that promoting the community was important. The Ohio Vice Code indicates that 1.5% by law has to go to a convention visitors bureau. At that time, we felt that 1.5% wouldn't accomplish the mission, and that's how we started with the 2.5%. Under the leadership of Kathy Davidson, a former city manager, we were restructuring our budget, our debt, and she wanted to reduce that down to 1.5%. In fact, in her first proposal, and Jerry, you'll remember this, she wanted to move the Convention Visitors Bureau to the Port Authority that was newly formed, probably a week old, 2 weeks old at the time. I convinced members of council to give it to the port. And I know at first Jerry and Judy were reluctant in accepting that responsibility, but they've done a tremendous job. And there's no doubts that they need more money. But we have to be analyzing that and the structure and know how they're going to utilize those dollars if it's granted, if it's up to the 2.5% or the 3%. If I could suggest, the idea of Mrs. Hahn with the DART assessment for the downtown is definitely necessary. And quite frankly, being a member of Main Street is extremely important. There's a lot of good resources that we can gain, a lot of collaboration, and a lot of understanding. I'd like to suggest to City Council that they appropriate $12.50 for half of the DART assessment, along with the membership to Main Street. The City of Steubenville can, however, put it under the Convention and Visitors Bureau. So for the remainder of this year, they can gather information and understand the programs and start mapping out what we want to do to prepare into our 2017 budget. But I think immediately we should go ahead and authorize the DART assessment for that along with the membership to Main Street.
I agree. Thank you, I agree. You're very good. That's why you sit up there and you assess the whole situation and you come up with the plan. I like that.
Not a plan.
It's a good plan, I like that. Hey, plan to work the plan. How's that? I agree.
Judy and Jerry, you got your work cut ahead of you. We'll sit down and chat.
Okay, I know we're close, thank you, Mayor. Anyone else? I know we're 7:35. Thanks, everybody, for the input. It was a very good meeting. I like this. Dave, you got a little bit of studying to do and homework, and Jerry and Judy. But thanks, everybody. Very good. I make a motion. Thank you, everybody, again. Make a motion. We adjourn the meeting.
Second.
Thank you. See you.
Thank you.